Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Excel. Now previously we've talked through all these functions, but today we're going to be using a somewhat of a different template this time. It's also based on this template from Microsoft.com, but we are not going to use participation records. Instead, what we're going to use is we're going to use grades because we're dealing with averages today. And performance records doesn't necessarily correspond with averages because they are values of zeros and ones respectively. So today the two functions we're going to explore are average and AVERAGEIF. And later we're also going to talk about some spicy functions along with the function AVERAGEIF. But without further ado, let's jump straight into average. Now the average function is pretty simple, just like the sum function, which is basically the sum of all the cells selected. So the same goes for average. Just enter average, parentheses, and then select all the cells you want to average, close parentheses, and there you have it. So by rough calculation, it's about 52%, and round to one decimal, it's basically 51.8%. Now, the reason why these numbers are all in percent is that up here, I have it all set to, percentage. You can also set it to fraction, scientific, or just number, whatever you want. You can select whatever from the dropdown, but I selected percentage for this. And the reason behind this having one rounded decimal and these having no decimal is that I toggled this option. So if you can see, if I press this, it adds a decimal place to the end, and if I press this, it removes a decimal place, or it rounds up a decimal. If I press this now, it will round up to 52% because 51.8, the 0.8 rounds into a 1, and that goes to 52. So if we drag it down, you can also drag it down by simply doing Control Shift and using Enter, but I'm not going to. I'm just used to dragging it down manually by mouse. So here we have all the averages for all the students. And if we look at a few, this person got an average of 30%. Now these numbers are completely made up and doesn't correspond to any real world scenario. So it's totally fine that this person got 30% because we don't even know if this person exists in real life. I'm sorry, this person. Okay. By rough calculation, so that goes to 30% roughly. Okay, and enough of that. I don't think we need to calculate anymore because it's basically addition and division. It's very basic. So now on this list, we're gonna get into more advanced stuff. Here we have all the averages, all calculated out. And you can notice here is the biggest change I've made to this sheet. So I've added a assessment average calculator up at the top. So here we have assessment name. Here is where you fill out your assessment name, whether it be presentation, quiz, or chapter test. So for demonstration purposes, we're going to use quiz for now. Later we're going to change to presentation to see how it all changes. But right now we're just going to use quiz. Okay, so quiz. And then for student name, we're going to choose a random one. Let's choose this student. And there you have it. For score, we're going to do AVERAGEIF, parentheses. This capitalization doesn't really matter, so I'm just not gonna bother pressing shift. So here it's asking for range, criteria, and a average range. It's kind of similar to SUMIF, except sum is calculating for the sum and average is calculating for the average. So range, we're gonna select the range, we're gonna find the criteria in, comma, and then the actual criteria, which is going to be quiz. This has its value from here, so yeah, we're just gonna quote this block instead of this, because whatever we quote here, we wanted to change, we wanted to reflect in this block. And then after those two, we're gonna lock it down one by one by pressing F4. And then we're gonna select an average range, which Excel is gonna take. So we're just gonna we're just gonna find the name of the student and manually drag across here. Is what I would say if we are not gonna wanna change the student. See, we changed the student, but the score didn't change. Now, of course it didn't change because we manually selected a value for our third argument here. But instead of this, what we're gonna wanna do, and here comes the spicy part, is we're gonna use a function or the combination of two functions to automatically compute a cell range based on the student name and assessment name entered. So the first function we're gonna use is INDIRECT. What this does is basically it tells Excel that the value that comes in the function is a cell range and that Excel should use the value as a cell range. What I mean by cell range is basically if you select a bunch of cells like we did with C something colon V something. So say for this row, this range would be C9 colon V9, except using this function we're gonna return this automatically if we select this student up here. Alright, and here we are gonna use a function. Well, it's not really a function, but we're gonna use a thing called string addition or string concatenation. So basically you add several strings together and they form a giant string. So here we have our string C in quotation marks, and we're gonna put the AND symbol because that's what we use to let Excel know that it is string addition. And for the second function, I'm gonna introduce match. So this function basically looks for a value, same as VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP, but it returns the row number in an array that this value is found. So we're gonna locate the find value or the value to be found, which is the student name, and we're gonna lock it down. And where are we gonna locate it? Well, we're gonna locate it in the array of column B. It's column B because match will return the row number at which this value is found. And if we start from the first student here, the first student is gonna be interpreted as the first row of the array. So when we are returning this range, it's gonna return C1 colon V1, where in reality this row is C9 colon V9. Alright, so we are gonna wanna select the entirety of B row. B column. Okay, and we are gonna lock it down. And for the third argument, we are gonna enter 0 for exact match. And we are gonna close the parentheses. Now I'm gonna just Control C this. You'll see why in a second. But I'm gonna put another AND symbol, another quotation mark, and I'm gonna do colon V quotation mark this time because I return a row number after C, so I'm gonna do colon V now, and then AND symbol, and finally another one of the match function. And now we are ready to close the parentheses for indirect. After closing the parentheses for indirect, we are gonna want to close the parentheses for average if. So that's our entirety of our function. If we press enter, you'll see a value of 74. We can roughly calculate for this person 81% average with 67%, it's 74%. Okay, so let's do another person. let's change this person to Angelica Astrom. This person. Alright. So the score auto computed to 60%. You can see for this person, where is he? Oh, 60 averages to 60. And that's good. We're actually, for the ease of demonstration purposes, we're gonna copy the value within the indirect function and paste it, well, no, paste it in a function here. Okay, we add an extra parentheses, but okay. You can see that the value changed to C12 colon V12, and if I change the student name to the first name, it's gonna change to C9 V9, and the average score is gonna change to 72 because 81, 63, 72, yeah. And we can also change the assessment name. So if we change the assessment to presentation, well, now it's gonna be 24.5 for 28 and 21 averaged together, 24.5. And that effectively wraps up today's video on the Excel functions AVERAGEIF and AVERAGE. If you guys want to find out more about the functions INDIRECT and MATCH, please be sure to click on the pop-up banner in the right upper hand corner of the screen right now to go check out the respective videos on those functions. But until then, this video is over. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one, and goodbye for now.